Overruled.
And then what?
And then he ran away.
All right. Fess up. What is going on here?
Well, first off, we're spending too much.
I'm not the one who just bought a refrigerator, a DVD player, and lizard boots.
Alligator. And besides, I allotted for everything I bought. What about these books you're self-publishing? They're pretty pricey. We have to spend this much for them?
They already shipped 50 copies. And what do you mean that you allotted for everything you bought?
Okay. I got something here that I put together for us. I worked up a home budget.
A home budget?
Yeah. It's X amount of dollars per month for food, bills, savings, etc. Here, have a look.
What does this mean? M-E-A-L-L-W.
Mary Elizabeth A. Allowance.
What am I supposed to do with that? Go to the movies on Saturday and buy gummy bears?
No, it's for stuff you want every month, like hair and nails and stuff.
Hair and nails?
Whatever. $60 a week sounds fair.
Have I died and gone to some kind of 50s hell or something? I cannot believe that you are going to put me on an allowance.
It's all part of my new home budget plan. I thought you'd be happy I got us organized.
My budget, my this, my... Next thing I know, you'll be saying my money.
Well, it is my money, and to the extent that I earned it, naturally I want to protect it.
From who? Me? What about the money I earned, huh? What about that?
Well, it all goes into the same pot.
Yeah, your pot. Well, I'll tell you what. How about this? How about my plan? How about all the money I make, I keep, and you keep yours? What about that, huh?
You are being ridiculous.
I don't think so. I'm just trying to protect my money.
You don't have any money. You don't even have a job.
Thanks to you. But I'll get another one. Or I'll sell my book. But one way or the other, you will never see one red cent of it. Do you hear me? Not a red cent.
First of all, let me say how sorry I am for your loss. I need to ask you to clarify something that you testified to earlier. Had you ever met or even seen Donnie Harmon prior to the day of the shooting?
No.
Then is it safe to say that you don't know Donnie at all?
Correct.
So is it also safe to say that you don't know Donnie well enough to know whether or not he smiles when he's nervous or upset?
Objection. This is absurd, Your Honor.
Overruled.
I know what I saw, and that boy was glad he killed my husband.
Move to strike, Your Honor.
Granted.
Mrs. Henderson, is it possible that what you allegedly saw on Donnie's face was not a smile, but the shock of a young boy who'd realized what he'd just done?
He was grinning from ear to ear, okay? There was no mistaking the fact that he was happy about it.
And you saw all this while your husband lay bleeding in your arms. Tell me, was Donnie wearing a hat?
What?
When you saw him smile, was he wearing a hat?
No.
So if a number of witnesses reported that Donnie was wearing a red baseball cap at the time of the shooting, they would all be mistaken?
I don't know.
Thank you, Mrs. Henderson. No further questions. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Now that hurt you. What is it?
I said nothing.
Who did this to you? Donnie, tell me, who did this to you?
I did.
How long have you specialized in child psychiatry, Dr. Michelson?
12 years.
When my office asked you to evaluate Donnie Harmon, did we ask for anything in particular?
You wanted me to determine whether or not Donnie had the requisite mental and emotional capacity to form the intent to shoot and kill Mr. Henderson.
And what did you find?
He did.
Objection, Your Honor. The very purpose of this hearing is to establish whether or not Donnie should be tried as an adult. This boy's life is at stake. Statements as broad as he had the capacity to shoot and kill are more than speculative. They're dangerous.
Overruled.
Specifically, what led to your conclusions, Doctor?
I gave Donnie a battery of psychological tests, including projective testing, such as the thematic apperception test. It gives insight into how a person thinks. I did an MMPI, which is a personality inventory.
Anything else?
I checked for temporal lobe epilepsy, which can cause acting out. And I did a complete neurological exam, which included a CAT scan and MRI of the brain.
How did Donnie do on these tests?
Oh, very well. He has no abnormalities of any kind.
Your witness.
Quite a regimen, Doctor.
I'm very thorough.
When you were doing these tests, did you notice anything unusual about Donnie? His hair, his face, his skin?
No.
He has burns on both arms which were inflicted by Donnie himself with a cigarette. Is this something a normal 14-year-old would do?
No. But I never said that Donnie was normal.
But you implied that he was a 14-year-old adult.
Objection.
Sustained.
Do you think a human being is emotionally developed at 14?
No. Such development usually occurs around the age of 16.
So he has hope.
A 14-year-old child is not irretrievable.
So with proper rehabilitation, even a 14-year-old guilty of murder can change. Yes or no?
Yes.
No further questions.
Where are the kids?
Kelly took Davis to the library. He had some science thing to do or something.
I know you don't like this budget thing, Mary Elizabeth, but anybody who's good with the dollar has one. I read American Airlines saved money last year by cutting back on all their first-class salads. All they did was eliminate one black olive. Guess how much money they saved? $40,000. One olive. Bologna?
It's generic.
You've got a steak.
Well, I thought that if I could just eliminate one steak from our dinner, then we could save money too.
If you need more cash in the household budget for groceries, then I can go over those numbers again.
No, there was plenty of money in the budget for your bologna sandwich. I had to pay for this big old 16-ounce prime Angus strip steak out of my own allowance. Cheers.
You're acting like a child.
Maybe it's because you're treating me like a child. What have you got in mind for me next? A paper route?
Would you just back off for a minute? It just so happens that I put myself on an allowance, too.
You did? How much?
Less than you, but I'm used to going without.
Yes, well, when my book starts selling, you can come down off your cross, and I'll give you mine.
I am not talking about this anymore until I get a decent meal.
Oh, why, Mr. Miller, if I didn't know you went to church every Sunday. Oh, Mr. Miller, you stop that right now. Stop what? You pitched on the butt in the back pew of church.
Jeez, Mary Elizabeth, show some respect for your parents, okay? Be careful, you're gonna crack your head open on the coffee table.
Oh, be careful, you're gonna crack your head open on the coffee table.
You sound like my grandpa. You're so old, Colliar. Come on, live a little.
Are you okay, Mary Elizabeth?
Yes, silly, I was faking it. Faker.